Good morning. Totally did not sleep all day. Totally didn't sleep all day. Good morning. No, literally, like, I'm not even kidding you. I went to sleep today at like 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Woke up at almost midnight. I woke up, Bandit, that's disgusting. I woke up, I agree. I woke up at like almost midnight. And then, and then I was like, where'd my day go? Where did my day go? And then I was like, well, oops. No, Lynn, I'll put a cooldown on. It's okay. And there needs to be a cooldown. The only reason I took the cooldown off was for you. It's okay. I'll put the cooldown back on. Anyways, good morning. How are you guys? I was gonna stream much earlier, but I mean, my sleep schedule has not been this broken, and I don't know how long. It's okay. It's totally fine. That's true. Also, that's the other side. This took me way too long to set up. Because earlier I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream when I get up. And then I was gonna put this here, right? And then it was like, lol. Every time I tried to get it it did not work. Also, those that are subbed, do not forget to link your Twitch account, your Discord account, because we have special channels and things, all that jazz. And we've been working on some pretty cool stuff for the Minecraft server.
Subscribe, a sub for free. Use Twitch Prime on twitch.tv/manattraction. You get a free sub and you get free badges and free emotes if you connect your account for free, and it's awesome. You should do it right now for free.
For free. Also, we've also got this now. I set something else up for you. Right now, you can sub up to 30% off. No subs until the end of September. And right now, if you sub with Prime, you can get a free sub. That's right, baby. A free sub right now with Prime. A whole ass free sub. Right now, baby. And tell Pigs that he should stream more often, because he's good at it. And that concludes this promotional video. Thank you for watching. Pigs and Main Attraction streams, baby. See, if you don't have one ad after one ad, then what are you doing? Are you even doing Twitch right? Are you even doing the Twitch right? The silly little Twitch? I'm totally kidding. Pigs, why are you awake? Oh yeah, you're streaming too right now, aren't you? Hugs, yes. Anyways. How you guys doing though? How's everybody doing? Goofy ass. Goofy. You said you're getting a new job. That's exciting. Of course I'm awake. Silly goose. What's I gonna do? I'm gonna fix something. What was I gonna fix? I don't know. Anyway, I just want to talk. That's literally it. I don't know. That was literally it. His pants. What is the context of that? What was the context of that, Bandit? Do I want to know? Do I want to know what the context was?
We be making robot and shit.
You're making a shit? A robot shit? That's incredible. Kind of screamed in his sleep. That's stressful. That's a little bit concerning. That doesn't seem okay. In your ear, bro. And you tell him to shut the fuck up. I'm kidding. That's scary, though. If you simply told him to not do that. That's a little bit rude. It's a little bit wacky. A little bit silly. a little bit goofy. You're 15 this year. That's exciting. I'll be 22 in... What day is it? About... I know, Lynn. That's how I feel too. Yeah, a few days. A week? 10 days? 15 days for me. What? I thought you were already 15. Y'all be lying about your ages. Y'all be lying. For real, for real. What the hell? You guys are 14? Well, just so you know, I'm not as I'm some... sorry, y'all are children. Me too. I'm sorry too. Being a child's not fun. Have you simply tried not being 15? I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Anyways. But no, I was gonna say, I don't know why I thought you guys were older than that. But I'm sure you guys know this now, but I am not as clean as I was. So there's cum jokes that I make now sometimes. Boobies, titties, that's the same thing. Penis. Balls. Even. Gonads, perhaps. So if you don't like gonad jokes, then don't. Pigs! Pigs! You are goofy! It goes, boobies. You did not have to do that. I appreciate it. We don't like boobies. How was your stream, pigs? How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Oh god, that looks terrible, huh?
Meeting and we can't seem to capitalize on it.
Oh. How old is this clip? They got him. It's baby pigs.
Let's go!
Baby pigs. Baby pigs. Silly pigs. Thank you for the raid. How was your silly little league, Strem? Silly little leg. You want my TikTok? That's valid. Because I didn't. What? You might start streaming soon? That's exciting. Very nice. I'm putting this back on. Actually, you know what? There we go. Wait, no. Let's put it down here. And I'm also gonna make it smaller. So give me money! Just kidding. Unless you want to. unless you want to. Anyway. So there's that. What was I gonna say? Bandit, that's funny. I just helped rate a stream already watching. That's goofy. Booba titties. Get titties, get goobas. What's a gooba? Goobas? Goobas? Titties? Start making music? Any ideas on what you want to make? That's exciting. It's very exciting. I've wanted to make music for a very long time, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon because I don't know how. And I do not have the time to invest in that right now. I'm sure some of you know this, but I quit my job, or one of my jobs. I had 2 jobs. I quit one of them. So, streaming's pretty much full time. If I could fix my godforsaken sleep schedule, that would help. It would really help. What's that though? I don't know. I don't know what the sleep schedule is. I don't know what that is. Never heard that word before. Make lo-fi music? Ooh. Ooh. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. She went to the bathroom and no pants were pissed. Pants? Not pissed today. No pants pissed today. Literally, I don't know what I was going to talk about. There was nothing I wanted to talk about. I'm just like, no thoughts, head empty. But also, I sleep like a tornado. I like every time I stream, I just look back there and I'm like, that's a tornado. What the fuck? Why are so many of you awake? I could ask you the same thing. I could ask you the same thing. Why are all of you awake right now? Let me, like I said earlier, because I don't sleep. Well, Bandit, I know. I know Bandit doesn't sleep. Bandit doesn't sleep. I understand that. Bandit, my brother in Christ, we're on the same wavelength. Pigs were on the same wavelength. Why are the rest of you awake? Are you okay? Bandit smells. Uh-oh. What's sleep? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go cause I'm just drawing inspiration and passion. You're gonna blame depression. Punch depression in the face. Slept in at least— What? Bandit, please. That's when you go, alright, sleep study moment. Stinky ass. That's true. That's so true. Been stressed, it's hard right now. You're all stinky. As you're saying, you're all stinky, so that's why you don't sleep. You're like, God, I smell so bad. I think that I'm not gonna sleep. Did my internet just shit itself? Nope. It didn't. It almost did. Also, chat, it's getting colder again. That's really nice. It's very nice. High school's hard. Yeah. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It is. Watching movies and playing Minecraft. That's all you've been doing? You're like, I think I'd rather watch a movie than slumber. Mayhaps. Right? No, I mean, that's valid, though. What am I listening to? Anyways.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit funky at night, but do I blame them?
But do I blame them? Anyways. Yeah, no, my brain's all over the place. I slept so long that I feel like I'm stupid. Do you know what I mean? I slept for I've been sleeping so long the last couple of days. Like 13 hours. That's Mike Wazowski back there. You're wondering, oh, John, what the hell is that? That's Mike Wazowski. That's what that is back there. Me in shorts? What? What? It's always a camera glitching, I swear. Yeah, we're gonna ignore the fact how messy my room is. It's a depression. Anyways, that's Mike Wazowski in the back rooms. It's a giant paper mache Mike Wazowski that I made. Why? Alright, fine. Anyway, it's a giant Mike Wazowski paper mache thing that I made out of a yoga ball. So it's a yoga ball that I made. No, I made the yoga ball. I made it by hand. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, streams are full time. That's what I was gonna say, if I could fix my damn sleep schedule. That's what I was saying. But I gotta finish one thought at a time. Maybe.
You so fucking precious when you smile.
Now you get to see Mike Wazowski in its entirety.
Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Yeah. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're mine.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah. Anyways. So I made Mike Wazowski, right? I don't know, it's always a camera, I swear on my life. It's always a camera fucking shit in the bed. Deathbringer, how you doing though? You doing good? Anyways, what I was saying. It was a Halloween costume 1 year for my church, because I was like, they said, a costume fucking thingy. I think I'll do that. I think I'll make one. I think I'll enter the costume contest. Correct, right? I agree. So then I did, and I got a giant yoga ball, like fucking ginormous. I don't know if we still have it. I think we do. But I got it just for that. And then I was like, all right, paper mache time. So I layered that shit in fucking newspaper and duct tape, and get my friend to help me. I was like, hey, you want to hang out? She's like, yeah. And I was like, hey, do you want to help me put together a Mike Wazowski? And then and she was like, sure. So then she helped me. And then it took forever to do. Like, actually forever to do. It took me, it was like, a bunch of glue and shit, tiny little newspaper strips. All that jazz. Took a very long time. I did win the costume contest at the church. That was very exciting. I was like 19. I was just walking around fucking Mike Wazowski costume. And then, so it was fun. It was a fun time. Anyway, so we're getting a new washing machine. And so Mike Wazowski, I've had that since I was 19. That was many years ago. That's the wrong camera. I've had it since I was 19. And I've not gotten rid of it. Should I? Yes. I was gonna do another video with it and still haven't. It's just sitting there. It was just sitting on top of the washing machine. And I was like, okay, well, you know, my mom and dad were like, okay, we're gonna get a new washing machine. So Mike Wazowski needs to go in your room because I just forgot it was there. I do this thing. If there's an object in front of me for way too long, I agree. If there's an object in front of me for way too long, I just forget it's there. Like, sometimes, like, it's object permanence, but backwards. Like, I look at something and I go, okay, I'm gonna deal with this later. I'm gonna get to this thing later. So then I put it where I need to, because I want to count a bunch of magic cards, right? And sell them. And so if you want, like, probably over, like, 10,000 magic cards, let me know. Anyway, moving on. So, okay, not over 10,000. It's more like 5,000. Anyway, but besides the point. So I'm like, okay, I need to count these magic cards. Let me put them on my kitchen table so I'll remember to count them. Because if I see it, I will do it. The answer was no. I will not do it. Anyway, but I was like, okay, I'll deal with that. And then I didn't deal with it. And then now it's been sitting there, my poor mother. It's her kitchen table. She's like, Gianna, sweetie, please get your damn magic cards off the kitchen table. It's been sitting there for like a month. A whole ass month. And she's like, can you please get this off my table? And I'm like, yes, Mom, I will. Later. Also, object permanence, but backwards. See this poster that's been sitting back here? It's been sitting back there since April. I went to a concert in April. I said, this is a great poster. Man, I really like that poster. I should get a frame for it and put it in my room. It's still sitting there. Because I forgot about it. Even though it's right there. And
Get
I see
your
it
damn magic cards off me table,
every
my
day.
boy. I am not your mother, I am Mr. Krabs. Agaga gaga gaga gag.
Oh, okay. Meta, how you doing? You said, but Deathbringer said, where'd you go? Finally streaming again after 4 days. That's exciting. Well, hope your stream is doing wonderful. Doing wonderfully. Anyway. So, I don't know. It's a problem that I've noticed that I have. Like, I didn't finish building a Lego set that I started 4 months ago. Now so I've got a Lego set that I need to build and finish. Put together. And then I've got this poster back here that I need to find a frame for. And then I've got to count a shit ton of magic cards that are just sitting on my kitchen table. On my mother's kitchen table. Because I want to sell them. I want to get rid of them. So if any of you want like a shit ton of magic cards, let me know. I had to play with Jerry and Pew today. Nice. Would you guys play Fortnite? Doing all right. I feel very groggy. ST. Well, it's his magic cards. It was his magic cards that he gave me that he didn't want anymore. They're just a bunch of common cards. And he was like, oh, do you want these? And I was like, sure. He's like, I just want them out of my house. What just happened? My stream just shit itself for a second. Anyway, he said, I don't want these anymore. Do you want them? And I was like, sure. He's like, you can do whatever you want with them. You can sell them. You can do whatever you want. And then I was like, okay. So then I had them, and they were underneath my bed. And then I was like, I'll do something with these eventually. And then I never did anything with them. And then I was like, well, okay, well, I should do something with them. Because I found them, and I was like, alright. Well, now I just have these, and I don't know what to do with them. So I should count them and sell them. So whoever I sell them to will know how many magic cards there are, which will probably be helpful. So then I've been trying to count them. My mom's mostly counted them. I haven't, which I feel kind of bad because I just keep forgetting that they're there. I think it's because my brain's very scatterbrained. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. Anyway, so they were his cards, and then he was like, you can do whatever you want with them. And I was like, okay. But now I'm like trying to sell them, or going to try to sell them, and I can't find anybody who wants them. Terminal for gore. See, if I'm forgoring these things, it's a little bit concerning because I'm like, well, what if I forgore other things that are more important, that aren't just like, oh, I need to hang up this poster back here. Fortnite was off tonight, so Stinky Sweats killed us like every round. Literally the first group. Crash kills us? That's stupid. That's stupid. That's so dumb. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What's going to say? If you're considering playing tonight, don't. Damn, what time did you guys play? That's kind of stinky. That's kind of dumb. For real. That's kind of ridiculous. Stupid. That's stupid. Oh, I just got off. Damn, really? Anyway, but I'm trying to sell magic cards, so if any of you want to buy some, there's probably over like 4,000 cards. And they're just common cards, but T was just like, he just wanted them gone, and I was like, that's valid. He's like, you can sell them, you can do whatever you want with them. And I was like, you don't want to sell them? He's like, nah. I was like, okay. So I'll take them. There's like a shit ton of them. I'd probably sell them for like $40-50. He said that's about what it's worth. He already took all the ones that actually like were worth anything out. So, how much for 1K? Since I think there's about 4,000, probably like $10 for 1,000. Because if I'm selling the whole thing for $40-50, and there's probably about 4,000, 5,000 cards, so probably like $10 for 1,000. I don't know what's like. I don't know what all's there. It's just like I said. It's just a bunch of common cards. There's nothing worth anything. If there is anything worth anything, then it's probably a couple of cents. It's not like, I say worth anything as in the sense of like resale value. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing like I could sell them. I was talking to him about it. He said I could sell them for like $40-50. As a big set kind of thing. But each individual card is probably not worth anything. So it's better to sell them as like a set, if that makes sense. Or a set. Because, if that makes sense. So like $10 per 1,000 cards, I guess. That's how it makes sense to me. Anyway, Meta, that's stinky about Fortnite. I'm sorry to hear that. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was going to show you. So the last couple of days, I have been working on my Minecraft castle, which is not finished yet, but it's getting there. And I'm gonna show you really quick. I want to show you my progress. I'm not gonna work on it tonight. I don't have the brain capacity to work on it right now. But I've been working on it. The last couple of days, I've spent like 6 to 8 hours each working on it. Oh no, Minecraft just crashed. Shit. Hold on. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me. Oh my god. Oh, okay, there it goes. You know how Minecraft just be like, it open and then be like, lol, burr, for no reason. Hello? Hello? You goofy ass thing, bro. Hello? My brother in Christ? What the hell? Why can't you see it? About pulls up the video that I was watching. But does not show my game. No. Wah. Pretty please. What the hell? Why? Okay, maybe I won't show you. Maybe I won't show you my castle. I was so excited to show you. I spent a very long time on it. Weird. Weird. One second. Let me fix OBS. It's a little shithead. Don't update OBS. Just don't. Whatever you do, don't fucking update it. It's so stupid. Okay, hold on. Maybe I won't show you. What? Okay. That's fine. Where'd it go? Everything is so stupid. I just wanted to show you my thing. My silly little goofy thing. Okay, here we are. Tell me something happens. Alright, real. I appreciate you stopping by. You have a good rest of your night. Panda just goes, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. You have a good one. You have a good slumber. Anyway, this is... Hello, Bandit. This is what my castle looks like thus far. It's been a work in progress. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. Like I said, I don't have the mental capacity. Uh-oh. What's in the box? What's in the silly box? That was not you? I swear? Huh. Anyway. So, we've got the Fallen Kingdom thingy. Right? I'm not lying. I believe you. I believe you. I just want to know. I'm curious to know who did that. Anyway, moving on. So, we've got, you know, silly little castle. Silly little castle. Goofy castle. You shouldn't? I shouldn't believe you? Bandit, now I'm confused. I'm confused now, Bandit. This is my castle, though. I'm on part 5 out of 29 on the tutorial thingy. And then we could go. I think Deathbringer is over here somewhere. I'm not sure, but this is something else I was working on. I don't know. Fucking know what this is supposed to be yet. It's supposed to be down here, so some measurement's off somewhere. Some measurement is off somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, because it's supposed to be this tall. But that doesn't seem right to me, so I'm probably not gonna do that. I'll probably end up making it a little bit shorter with the roof, because it seems a little bit too tall. It's supposed to be here, right? In the video, but I just followed along with it. But then it ended up being here. So some block is off somewhere, and I don't know where. So I gotta figure it out. But anyway, I don't know what this is supposed to be yet. But I was just following along the video, like I said, and this is what it is thus far. It's a piggy. Is he stuck? No, he's just dumb. It's okay. But that's what that is. And then it's got... I don't know. I don't know what it is yet. Like, I really have no idea what this is supposed to be. But this is... And then, you know, you can... It's one of the 100 pigs. It's one of the silly little piggies. For sure. And we've got this as well. So, it's finally got a roof. It's got this stuff as well. I had to, like... It looks a little goofy. It's just kind of, like, floating over there. But I did all this the other night. The roof. Not all of this, but just the roof and then this little bit. So this is my first big project that I've done. I think most of you know that, though. My first big project that I've done, and then we've got this as well, which I don't know what this is. How this is gonna be yet. Ta-da. Ta-da, ta-da. There needs to be like a thingy here, I think. No. You know what? I'm mostly gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, but that's my castle. It's gonna, it's gonna include interior decorating, all that jazz. Thank you, Bandit. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the help as well. With the silly little goofy, like, floors and such. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know what it's... I don't know. I don't know yet. I have no idea. I have no idea what it all entails yet, but we'll have to see. What is Deathbringer building over here? What is he doing? Is it a little tower? Thank you, Meta. What's he doing? What you doing? Share with the class. Tell the class. Tower go up. Wish I'd done a little bit more on the project. Would have done that over this weekend. But I can't wait to see it. Man's upping. That's true. Tower. Cute. We've got like the ball tower as well. Just as balls. This is pretty too. So nice. Alright. Alright, Bandit. I'll TP to you. Let me see. Let me see what you've done. Holy shit. Oh, they floating. They do be floating. Wowly. Wow, Bandit. This just... What? You know, he's just chilling. What? Whoa! That's trippy as hell. In the MC media that Bandit put, it just looked like a wall, but this is even cooler. It's like... Looks better with shaders. That's so fucking cool. That is very nice. That's so fucking cool, Bandit. It's like... Oh! Did you fly through it? Oh, I thought you flew right through it. That is so cool. Very nice. Oh, you did fly right through it. That's trippy. That is so trippy. I really like that. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Very cool, Bandit. And then all the lamps. I bet this is so cool in shaders. Bandit has used some of World Edit. Very cool, Bandit. Very, very badass. Oh, it's so cool. The secrets. The secrets. We're all kind of like working on our lore stuff. So we're not done, but we're getting there. I got you. I like it thus far. What? Yo! It's a cube! In the world that people... Oh, yo. Like, club people into this place? That's so cool, Bandit. There's so much to look at in here as well. Nothing's about this game. About Minecraft? About the torture block? The Minecraft torture? Not the Minecraft torture. Not the goofy Minecraft, bro. I know you meant League, though. Wee. Yeah, no, that's why I don't play League. League just pisses me off. I also don't fully understand it either, so. Very nice, Bandit. I like it. I like it. This is very nice. It's very nice. Anyways, we're gonna do a fun journey of what's my YouTube gonna give me recommended. It's a fun game. It's a very, very fun game called What's in My Recommended. What is in my recommended? Hold on. I was watching this previously. Good morning. That's what I was watching. But what's in my recommend? This was one thing that was my recommended. Walter White and Mario Kart Wii. If Mario Kart was real.
3, 2, 1, go. No, it won't go. Fast medium left here. Fast medium left.
Let's go.
Go, Sammy. Go, Sammy. Fast right. This is a fast right. Go, 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 go. Sharp left. Long, long, long. Turn. Turn the wheel. Sammy, you have to listen to my call, Sammy. I beg you. You have to be easy, Sammy. Otherwise, we won't finish. You have to be easy, Sammy. I'm telling you. You are not listening. Shut up. No, I'm just giving you advice, Sammy.
Oh my god.
Sammy, Sammy, what are you?
What are you doing? That's hilarious, bro. Anyways, good morning. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the shit show. It's a chill shit show tonight. Why Minecraft feels very different now. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see the alternate reality Minecraft alpha videos. I think I've seen a few of them, Meta. Trash taste? Hall? What? I'm just gonna go my recommended for a minute and see what all there. The rock bottom theory.
After watching the episode Rock Bottom, there are a ton of questions and speculations SpongeBob fans have, like, how was Rock Bottom formed? Why was Rock Bottom
That's true.
created? Was there an intention behind the creation of this city, or was the city always here? How does SpongeBob connect to
I
the
have
story of
wondered this,
Rock
actually.
Bottom? I'm sure these questions are circulating past your neurons, and the creators are making sure to hide it. Looks like
He's
we're in
hiding
for
it.
another
He's
SpongeBob
hiding Rock
conspiracy.
Bottom.
This is the Rock Bottom theory.
I don't know why I always end up
Before
on
we begin
theory
the
videos.
I wanted to say I'm really thankful
Like, why do I always end up
for
on...
all the theory will cover the truth of
How does
why
this always
SpongeBob
happen
was
to me?
stuck in rock bottom
How do I
and
always
how
end
was
up
rock
some
bottom
on
created?
end
With
up
that being
on
said,
some weird ass
here you
theory?
go.
Really? No, it's super interesting. It's like reminds me of liminal
To
space.
start off from the beginning, let's
For some
go back
reason.
to season 1, episode 17,
My
Rock
asses.
Bottom. SpongeBob
That's
and
my
Patrick are
ass, that's
going
where it
home to
is.
Glove World. They start looking for change for the bus fare and keep smacking the glove balloon at the bus driver's face. Don't forget this guy, he will be important later on. Patrick then notices a sign saying that they are leaving Bikini Bottom. But why didn't the bus stop at Bikini Bottom?
I know
before
volume's too
leaving
loud, chat.
Bikini Bottom? Clearly the bus driver intended this, since even after knowing SpongeBob and Patrick wanted to go home, he was refusing to drive them back home.
But sir, we need to get back to Bikini Bottom.
Oh well.
They both start noticing that Rock Bottom is very different from Bikini Bottom.
Rock
Yes, I
Bottom.
can.
It sure is weird around here. Kinda different. Even the soil looks different.
The soil is different, the
There we go.
language is different, and most importantly, the people are different. They landed
Not
in
the
a mysterious
people.
city that's never been explored
welcome.
before.
You could be
This was
telling
the
us to
first
quiet.
ever debut of Rock Bottom, a strange city full of darkness. Patrick waits for the next bus and ends up taking it home. But why on earth did the bus driver let Patrick get in but not SpongeBob? Okay, maybe the most obvious reason would be SpongeBob not paying the fare and smacking the bus driver with a glove balloon. But I don't think this is a valid reason
I
for
think they were, like,
stranding them.
little
I believe
thingies
this
cool.
bus driver
How
was
they got
hired
that.
by a team to remove him. Maybe annoyed Bikini Bottom residents were behind SpongeBob's solitude. There was even a scene where SpongeBob sprints up the steep road to get the bus but fails to do so. This led SpongeBob to imitating Grandpa SquarePants, who says never run for a bus.
Don't run for a bus. Especially one that's going up at a 90-degree angle.
They don't make SpongeBob like they
Especially
used
one
to.
that's going up at a 90-degree angle. A question that pops up in my mind.
What the
Why would Grandpa SquarePants say this, and is there any deep meaning? Well, we do know
There
in
is.
reality the only road
There
going
has to
up
be.
on a 90-degree angle is a road that separates Bikini Bottom and Rock Bottom. So we know Grandpa SquarePants is referring to the Rock Bottom road. But why? Strictly, the only possible reason is that Grandpa SquarePants was in the same position as SpongeBob when he was visiting
Uh-oh.
Glove World. He must have been annoying just like SpongeBob and was tricked into leaving Bikini Bottom. Luckily, Grandpa SquarePants came back to Bikini Bottom to share his wisdom. But forget him. Let's talk about SpongeBob. Why on earth would everyone want to get rid of SpongeBob? Well, duh, he is annoying. There are several characters in the show that are affected by him, such as Squidward, Pearl, Mrs. Puff, and
everybody's
even
affected by
Plankton. And these are
SpongeBob.
just a couple characters I pointed out. Clearly, Bikini Bottom citizens mapped out a plan to plant a bus with an intended bus driver who is responsible for dropping SpongeBob to rock bottom. SpongeBob begins to wait for the next bus and seems to only show up when SpongeBob is caught off guard. He tries to get the bus a number of times, but every time he gets close, it leaves.
That part's one of my favorite parts of that episode. As a kid, I thought that shit was hilarious for some reason. I don't know why.
Many of you
It's just his genuine frustration.
Rock Bottom works. That all bus drivers have a low tolerance of waiting, but to me it looks like it's not only intended to prevent SpongeBob from leaving Rock Bottom, but to kill off all possible hope and desire to get back home. When SpongeBob arrives at Rock Bottom, he starts to notice the two cities are distinctive and really foreign, from the buildings to the soil. Everything you see looks
really
unrelated,
including
the inhabitants.
I can't understand
These
your accent
inhabitants
thing.
are in fact fish, but look nothing like the fish you see in Bikini Bottom. One of the conspicuous details I noticed was that the fish in Rock Bottom were glowing. Could these fish be radioactive by any chance? If so,
That
how?
would make sense.
Okay. Before we tackle anything serious,
Actually.
let me ask you a simple question.
Also,
how was Rock Bottom?
It makes it, like, brings in the question of, like, is this from, like, a different, I don't know, say, you know, well, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, it's almost like SpongeBob, but Backrooms. But that's the only way it reminds me of. I don't think they're radioactive. I mean, they are anglerfish. Then they do be a little bit stinky. They're a little bit. I think they are. They actually do smell, but I don't know.
Created. Well, this question
But this
may
reminds me of just like Backroom shit.
sound really
Nobody am?
philosophical,
Oh, okay.
right?
Wasn't
Let's
sure about
scratch deep into the surface of this question and ask ourselves, what may have caused a crater just outside Bikini Bottom that separates it from everything else? Ladies and
Awesome.
gentlemen, I think I've found the mystery to
Man's
this
really said
unrevealed
awesome to that.
question. Remember Bikini Atoll? It's time to tell the world the truth about Rock Bottom. So
Huh?
we all know that Bikini Atoll was a nuclear testing site located in the Pacific Ocean, where U.S.
Ignore this.
government performed nuclear testing to perfect the size of nukes. In 1999, when Steven Hillenburg created SpongeBob, he chose a setting to be located at Bikini Bottom, based on the Bikini Atoll Islands. We are all familiar that nuclear explosives carry a range of harmful radiations that cause mutations in cell structures. An example of a real-life situation is the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings, where the United States detonated explosives to these cities
That
in 1945.
escalated
Studies
very
today
quickly.
suggest that the people are still suffering from the mutations brought out from those sites. Enough of all that. How does all this
That
relate to
escalated
Bikini
so
Bottom?
fast.
Well, we know that the fish in Bikini Bottom were evolved to talk and act like
I know,
humans
he
through
literally-
the
like,
aid of radiation.
why did that
but what
escalate
makes the
so
fish
damn
in Rock
fast?
Bottom so special? I think the city of Rock Bottom was in closer proximity to the nuclear testing site, which resulted in a higher level
Bikini
of
Bottom,
radioactivity
based
in the
off-
city. I mean, the
not based
radioactivity
off
is so
plants.
high that the soil in Rock Bottom has
Alley Cat,
linguistic
hello, how are
abilities.
you?
Even
Welcome.
the soil looks different.
Would you mind putting me down?
Essentially, Bikini Bottom
Huh.
was given just the right amount of radiation for the fish to evolve into walking, talking fish. But Rock Bottom, on the other hand, was given a higher dose of radiation, which led to abnormalities. And if you're questioning how I can prove it's because of radiation, think about this. Why would there be a 90-degree angle road
SpongeBob
separating
based off
Bikini
World War
Bottom
II
and Rock
text bombing?
Bottom? Well,
You know,
obviously
I guess it
because
makes
the force of the
some
nukes
sense,
caused a
question
large crater. Did you notice that every fish in Rock Bottom looks different? Every fish except this guy. When SpongeBob sprints for his life,
And that's
a
the
red
yellow
fish
guy, isn't it?
approaches him to help
No, it's
with
not.
balloon travel. That's right. SpongeBob meets a fish that looks very different from the Rock Bottom fish. He looks exactly
Who
like the
fucking knows,
Bikini Bottom
dog?
fish, but the only thing different is the
Yeah,
glowing
my
thing on
childhood
his
too.
head.
It's
I
kinda
think
weird.
this fish was trying to blend into Rock Bottom style, since this fish doesn't look anything like them. Did you notice that the fish itself isn't glowing, but rather the thing on his head? The other fish in Rock Bottom are luminous, unlike the angular fish. He
Did they, by the
probably
way?
thought of
Yeah, yes.
attaching a fake blowtorch on the top of his head to fool the Rock Bottom
No,
inhabitants into
because he's an
thinking
angler fish, bro. This doesn't. This.
he is an angler fish that's local. If you don't believe this fish is from Bikini Bottom, then take a look at this clip.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If this fish is from Rock Bottom, then why doesn't he talk like
Oh shit! about how actual logical blowing up a balloon, making it part of it.
The other fish. You know,
Huh?
raspberries
Wait, hold on. What? Just thought about how actual logical blowing up a balloon making.
after every few words.
That's
He speaks
stupid.
the exact same language
Not
as
what Meta
bikini
said, but
bottomers.
what
and
the
most
guy just said.
importantly, think about this. He was the only one who knew how to get SpongeBob out of Bikini
course,
Bottom through
I
balloon
know.
travel. And one question that comes up in my mind, how on earth did he even get there? I'm thinking he was probably forcefully taken there the same way SpongeBob was. But then, why didn't he even go back? Time
the
to
fuck?
scratch beneath the
Huh?
surface.
This shit's weird. I said, okay, let's watch a theory. The theory's shit.
After watching Rock Bottom, I noticed it was obviously portrayed that the anglerfish wasn't a Rock Bottom native, but instead
that's bothering
suggested
me.
to originate from
Why
Bikini
did
Bottom.
these
And with
slide
all
like
crazy
that?
stuff aside, why isn't Incidental 211 making an attempt to use a balloon and go back to his
What the
hometown?
hell?
Well, the most obvious thing floating through your mind is that he got used to it or grown to love life in Rock Bottom. We know for sure that nothing is preventing
Okay.
him from going back.
I'm done with that. That's this one. Like, I mean, I was curious because I just feel like this is very like, yeah, this is very far fetched, bruh. It's like it's not what I thought the theory was gonna be. I don't know. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not agreeing with any of that. I don't like your terms and conditions. I'm canceling the terms and conditions. I don't like it. I do like theory stuff. Did I watch this one?
What is the meaning of alone? Is time travel abstract? If you don't know what
That's the same guy. It's not the... No, there was this video I watched talking about the theory of that episode and how it's like, I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it's super interesting. Wait. Yes, it did break my stream.
Heyo, duckies. I'm pretty sponsored overlays and
No,
alert
just so I
OBS
fix it.
downgraded. All we need to do is go to the OBS GitHub page, link in the description. On the releases part of the website, we can scroll down to the version we want to download. So I'm going to get OBS 27.2.4, open the assets drop-down menu, choose the operating system version that is right.
Okay, I'm doing that, but not right now. It made my OBS even more shit. Theories are any show, whether it's a kid's show, adult show, or a little show for 2-year-olds. Now, there's theories about everything. Absolutely. We'll explain 50 minutes. Yeah, no, absolutely. Usually he's better about that. I watch his videos all the time. I'm canceling you because my opinion on your video is trash. Doo-doo garbage. It's doo-doo garbage. I am interested in this, but...
I got 100 of my subscribers and gave them each $10,000. And I also rented one of
Why
the
are you
largest
so
malls in
loud?
the world
My
and
brother
locked
in
them
Christ.
inside. And for the next 10 hours, I'm gonna hunt them down. Run. Get out of here, skedaddle. If I find them, I take my $10,000 back. If they survive until morning, they keep it.
The one guy running!
This place is massive.
Let's go! Oh my
What mall is
No one's
this?
gonna find me here.
No way.
Mr. B- I clicked on something.
In our pockets right now?
I know I saw someone at Legoland, so me and the boys are gonna
Would you
check
rather
it
watch
out.
this or some shitty theory?
Whoa, this is actually crazy.
I know for a fact someone is in this room.
Isn't it funny that there's probably going to be somebody here? Let's go this way.
Wait, you found someone up there?
No, my
Yeah,
parents
maybe.
literally told me not to be the first person out.
The first person has officially
Shitty
been
theory. It
found,
was, yeah.
and he has now transformed into a man.
Season 2 looking
One down, 99
crazy.
more to go. We need to spread out, so I sent Chandler a call
Go
to Toys R
crazy,
Us
I go
while I checked out
stupid.
the ice rink. This mall literally has everything. This vending machine is suspiciously far off the wall. Oh, why is this vending machine like this? The ladder.
That is
If
really
they climbed
odd.
up that ladder into the ceiling, they deserve to win 10 grand.
I have a feeling there's people at this Toys R Us. Do you see people here?
I don't know.
Are you hiding? Is there anybody else at the Toys R Us? Yes. Oh, his morals are shot.
Someone's
Yeah, it is. It does. Like, I mean, maybe it was the best way to number them was with the number thing like that.
Yo, I was not expecting the first one. Oh my gosh. There's no one else over here? Here, hold 1 second. See his face? Yeah, there's someone else here. Oh, I I see another blue shirt.
I can't.
I just saved another $20,000.
Damn.
I'm sorry for ruining your dreams. It's fine.
Most have the story.
Are you the only one here?
Yes.
Well, you just lied to me.
What?
'Cause there's somebody
Oh,
right here.
chicken butt.
I hate you so much. Not you.
Silly
so much,
league.
But I hate you so much.
I'm a super broke college student. This money would actually change my life.
Aw.
10 grand would definitely mean a lot for not only me, but for my family.
We've been searching for 3 hours and I've only found 7 people. So I need some backup. I called in Sapnap and Marquez. Guys, I need you to search this ski resort because I don't have time for it. Hello?
At least stinky pigs. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Owie, no!
Oh my God, how did you get in there?
I found the person.
Oh, you made a little fort. That was a genuinely good idea. We got him.
Nolan's checking the trash
Mark
can.
asked
Sapnap and
Brownlee.
Marcus Brownlee are checking the ski resort. I wonder how Carl and Chandler are doing.
We are gonna check.
That's kind of fucking
every
cool.
single
How
water
big is
slide
this
here
mall, though?
twice. I don't see anybody in there. I didn't see anybody in there. We're gonna check. We'll check this spot.
Mark asked
Wait, guys, there's nobody up
Brownlee.
here.
Hello?
Yo, you called?
American Dream
Yeah, I
Mall.
was curious what you're up to.
We're at the water.
Where is this mall? Oh shit, I might dox myself by accident. I'm gonna do this for a second. Cause every time I tend to look something up, it's like, oh, let me just say where you are in Georgia. Oh, I didn't that time. Of course, that time. This is in New Jersey. I don't know if it'd be like, oh, this is so far from your house. Ooh. American Dream Mall. Has 5 floors. Holy shit. Anyway. I didn't know where that was. Now we know. I've talked myself way too many times.
More people, okay?
Should we check? They're not even allowed.
One too
to
many
be
times.
in there. But what if they're cheating?
3 too many
That's
times.
fair. 4? No way.
4 too many times.
Now we're allowed to go in the slide. Yeah.
Get out of Toys R Us. Apparently they were coming into Toys R Us.
I agree.
I see you. What's your number?
What'd you think of, Meta?
Hey, where are you, Sneaky? You're not gonna pull a fast one on Nolan.
While the contestant was running from Nolan, he actually ran straight into Chandler and Carl.
Look, he's running away. What? He's lucky my feet are wet and I don't have shoes on. I'm catching you. They're around the corner.
Uh-oh.
Hey. No. You're fast.
With just under 6 hours left, we had 78 people left.
Holy
behind.
shit! Did you see where she was?
With just under 6 hours.
Look at that. Hold on, I'll show you.
You're fast.
With just under 6 hours left, we had.
That she was in the
78
fucking
people left
Beanie
behind.
Baby thing, bro.
Alright, we should go find people.
Crazy.
She's asleep. Hello. Yeah, but we found you. Good morning.
Good morning. She goes, no, you
A
didn't.
hiding spot. If you're in this pile of ginormous stuffed animals, you're gonna get found. See that zebra
Roach
blanket
moment.
right there? It's oddly stretched out the shape of a human. Let's see if I just made 10 grand.
You guys scared you?
No, but that would have been embarrassing if you weren't there.
Boys exhausted.
Yo, Gus. That's crazy. Good luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
Yo! Wild.
Chandler, what are you doing? You don't work here. Relax. What are you guys doing? We're supposed to be looking.
Relax.
We're looking, man.
That's something I would do, dog.
Undermining the fact
Biggs,
that
how
we're
you
looking.
doing? You doing good other than League? Uh-oh.
Howdy. Experience is what it's all about, and I'm glad you guys got to play putt-putt while making me lose.
We've caught 37 people so far, which might sound great, but I still have
Oh my
$630,000 on the line. I think I might need some backup.
At exactly 5
Ah,
a.m.,
that's
I
true,
stood
Matty.
up
You
a
could go
SWAT
for
team
it.
to show up.
Go for
Believe it or
What
not,
the
there's an
bongest part of the
entire
video?
theme park in here. We haven't even searched it yet. Bro, does this not look cool? Here's the twist I
That
haven't told
looks
them yet. Every
fucking
person you guys find,
scary.
I'll let you keep half the money. They're so serious. What's the plan? Do your thing.
You two back there, us three, we're just gonna circle around.
That's
the whole
kind of
mall.
scary.
5-2, make sure the area is clear before we leave it.
What? No.
They are scanning this place like crazy.
That's kind of scary, bro.
Escalator, you're 9.
So you're currently operating a thermal drone and then calling it out to your people.
Hey, we got 2 behind the brown mat.
Oh my gosh, there was a drone.
Wait, is that someone?
Oh
Let's go,
no.
How long have you been under there? The whole time?
Drone flying literally right above my head.
All clear. Oh my god. How
Holy
long have you
shit.
been back there?
I feel like the drone thing though is a bit much. Because, like, if I was in something like this, like, if you're in a, like, if it's a thermal drone, so then it's gonna fucking, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's fair at all. I don't feel like that's fair at all, because especially if you're, like, you know what I mean? You know, like, I understand getting other people to search you kind of thing. I get that. I guess, if you can't find them. But extra cheating. No, literally. It's a real life changing. I know. I mean, he did rent the whole mall. I understand. But, like, the thermal drone. Come on. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. You know? My man's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro. Come on. Mr. Cheat. Mr.
Money
Cheat.
on our watch. This SWAT team does not mess around. Oh my gosh, bro.
It's a
Look
SWAT
at how many
team.
people they're finding. He's
No,
carrying
it's
that
not.
like it
Is
weighs
it?
nothing. You all managed to find 10 people faster than I found like 2. As promised, you guys can take half of them.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Thank you. Actually, here, take this one as well. You each get a clean briefcase of 10 grand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Oh, small
SWAT
security.
team that crushed my dreams.
And now that that's done, this entire theme park has to be empty.
Somehow they missed me. I guess the drone didn't see me.
How?
And now they're mannequins. The hunt continues.
Even with the SWAT team, we have too much area to search. We've got
Not
to
gonna
get
play
some
anymore.
contestants out in the
Well,
open.
anymore.
And
That's
to do
stupid.
it,
That's
I
Valorant
called
pigs.
upon our friend Jack
Hopefully
Black.
Valorant's
This is gonna
not
play
as
over
bad.
every speaker.
Wait, hold on. Huh?
Instance
What?
out in the open.
And to do it, I called upon our friend Jack Black. This is gonna play over every speaker in the entire mall.
Jimmy's closing the water park. You guys better find a new place to hide if you want that money.
Thank you, Jack Black.
so much.
Oh no.
They closed down the water park. I have to go down all the
Imagine calling the mall cops a SWAT team. I mean, with the fucking drone like that, I guess they kind of felt like it was.
It's gonna be to go to B. I hope I survive.
I'm gonna try to go under the stage right now. I don't think he'll be able to catch us there.
That's kind of smart.
Get under the stage, guys. I think we'll be good here for the rest of the night.
Huge budget
There was
for real.
just somebody there, now they're gone. Tariq, give me your camera. Okay.
Oh no.
There was just... You just saw somebody? Yes. I was yelling at you to get over here.
Oh my god.
It is 7 a.m.
Holy
I knew
shit.
as time went on, the boys would get less motivated. There are 53 people remaining, and if you guys
Wow.
haven't get it under 30,
Smart.
I'll buy all your moms a boat.
My mom likes boats.
Here's how the math works out. You get me under 30, I save 230 grand. I can find a nice boat for 15 grand a pop.
Not
That
into the
equals
crate.
savings in
I
my
know.
pocket. It should be smooth sailing for the boys.
Man gets his money. Merch, and also you talking about Mr. Beast, right? He has, I don't know how many channels he has at this point, but I think he posted on Instagram. He has an entire wall, like it's a long ass wall, just filled with like play buttons. Cause he's got like, not only does he have this channel, right, but he's got like the philanthropy thing, and he's got the clips, and he's got the gaming, and he's got like whatever fucking else he has. He's got TikTok, he has Twitter, so he's probably like making money off of every single one of those platforms. Because I know for a fact he's making money off Instagram. I know for a fact well, I don't know about Twitter, but I'm pretty sure TikTok as well. So, and then, you know, the chocolate, the merch, you know, and everything like that. And then, you know, talking about the occasional times that he streams, he's got all that as well. I'm sure people are like, does he have a join button? He does. So not only does he make money this way too, so that's cool. So you can like, he's got this as well. But then, you know, I know most of the stuff that he makes goes back into the content that he's making so he can make it, you know, bigger and better like he said before, which is super interesting to me. I don't know if I could do that. I'd try to like...
I believe I've sniffed out my prey.
Are you kidding? I was positive. There's no way nobody's. I see you. I was almost about to leave.
Anyway.
You almost kept going. If it means
No, I was just gonna
anything,
say it's
my
crazy
mom's
day.
one step closer to winning a boat.
Your mom.
Turns out the
Your
boats were a
mom?
good motivation because the boys started finding a ton of people.
Oh no!
We're down to just over 2 hours
Yo.
left. The contestants have to be getting tired.
I'm beyond delirious.
That's
but
true,
I
Biggs.
think I totally outsmarted.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say I'd put some in savings.
Alright, no,
I hope that my
no,
man's
what
putting
are you
some
doing, dude? I'm
in
becoming an old
savings. It's
man,
not really my
man.
business, but I mean,
I'm gonna go become a janitor.
I just don't know how you could like take most of the money that you're making. Well, I mean, I do it with my stream stuff, I guess sometimes. Like a lot of the money that I make off stream stuff, I use half of that and I use it for other content stuff, like other games or like other things that are gonna be streamed or whatever, or like the paint stream I did that one time. So like it goes back into it, but I can't see. I mean, I guess if you're making that much money, I guess it doesn't matter. But I mean, if you're making that much money. And you're like, nah, but I don't know. It's just crazy to me. It's like it's so for my brain to fathom that. On percentage base, probably.
I think I heard something in the candy store. I found my t-shirt. Have you seen anybody with a blue jumpsuit?
I'm trying to think.
I feel like you're lying to me, son.
I would never.
Jimmy said he already looked here, but Jimmy's not good at it, so. Oh no! Dude, immediately. Jimmy, you already looked here?
Oh my gosh. Remember, if you win your mama boat, you also win Sapnap's mama boat.
Yeah, I want to give Sapnap's mom everything.
All right.
Grandpa's mad.
That's very true, Pigs.
You've been found by the old man. What were you doing?
I'm gonna go to pee, so
You were going to the bathroom?
yeah.
Well, this is awkward.
The search goes on.
You're not lying to me. No one's in here. All right, I know what I need to know. Scan the area, boys.
Oh.
No, that's it.
I believe him. And if you count up the mannequins back here, there's over 70, which
Like
means you
Game
guys
Fucking
hit your
Undertale was
goal.
made
All
under the
your
budget of
moms just win a
$5,000.
brand
I
new
know.
boat.
It's
welcome,
crazy.
Carl, I think my girlfriend could really use a new shirt.
I'm gonna be honest. Your girlfriend looks good in red.
Yeah. Hey, Carl, what do you think about this shirt right here? I don't remember what size she is, so maybe we should buy all of them. Here. What about these Charleston
I am truly
shoes?
sorry, Gregory. I fucked up the cobblestone generator.
Not the
And the
cobblestone
shelf.
generator, bro.
Maybe not the shelf.
No, I want the shelf. You know what? I don't want the shelf. You know what, Carl? I think my girlfriend also would want an It's Sugar box. Let me just grab it real quick.
Yeah, you really almost won.
Okay. You can do your
How are
thing.
you
I just
not-
need
Damn.
this. With only 30 minutes
How?
left, the mall
I'll
actually
say you're
opened to the
welcome.
public. And I still
Ready?
have $230,000
Not the cobblestone
left to recover.
generator.
You want to be in the video? Do you see any people in blue jumpsuits?
Not yet.
Oh, darn.
Dude, look, I don't care if I've looked there, just keep looking. Are there 2 people in here? Yes. If you hand them to me right now, you get to keep one of their briefcases.
That means you're stealing it from somebody else. This is going on the internet.
Oh.
15 minutes left, and I walk away with 10K.
Holy shit.
Wait, what did I just see? Wait, come over here. Since there's literally less than 20 minutes, I'm gonna act like I can't see. So you might want to rush. I'd feel terrible taking $10,000 from those guys in the literal last 15 minutes of the challenge.
We are in the final 10 minutes.
Still on go. It does. Yeah. He's still on go.
Stretch is finally here.
The challenge does end in 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do it.
For 10 grand.
10 grand. I'm not gonna do it.
The last 4 minutes of this challenge. Hopefully there's no twists and turns again.
I cry real tears.
The trash, bro.
3, 2, 1. Contestants, the timer has finally hit
What do you do? What happens then?
What?
Jimmy called all contestants.
I just found.
He was.
Bro, wait.
You are still in. That means you won $10,000 in cash.
You lasted 1 second extra. You won.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm literally listening to them.
She said, I know. I won money.
My kids are gonna have like real vacation.
Aww.
Congratulations!
Holy
on
shit, wow.
They each just won $10,000.
And the
in
one
cash.
that was
I
in the
thought all
fucking
other money
trash,
they gave away.
too.
I had $1 million at risk, and I think I ended up only spending $500,000, which I can live with. Subscribe.
We
Oh,
just opened
only
our
half a
very
million.
first physical Mr. Beast burger in the same location we shot this video. It's located inside the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. This Beast burger will be open forever, and specifically on September 4th, I'm gonna be working the cash register all day. And while you're here, make sure you check out the theme park, the water park, and everything else the American Dream
Did you
Mall
see
has
that
to
the
offer.
entire mall was like filled with people? That's like, because I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter. It was insane. Like, I know, I'm gonna go to water park too. I want a picture. It was crazy. Let me see. Oh wait, shit, it's probably full screen for you. It is. Hold on. Look at that. That's just a video of it, but where's the picture? Oh, here's another video. Here's a picture of it. 10,000 people already in line. That's insane. Absolutely insane.
I can't even hear. Wow, this is wild. This is crazy. Why are there so many people here?
Oh, why are there so many people here, he says. He wonders why. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know. It'd be wild and for real. That's like, my brain cannot fathom. Well, actually, no, I can fathom that a little bit, because the concert I went to, there was 14,000 people. So, I mean, it's still fucking crazy there. Who are you people? What are you doing in my mall? Who are you people? No, absolutely there. God, my recommended kind of sucks, bro.
We're right above you. Stand by.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought.
Nice, come on.
Nice.
Get back to the shed! Where are you going? Come back!
Don't do one thing for me. Certainly has courage.
Great! What good is it gonna do us if he gets himself killed? Come on.
He comes over and blows on him. Oh my god. Alright, what else do we got? What else do we have? Shut up. What else do we have? Oh god. Ew. That's by the same person. Anyways. Anyways. Crazy, bro. Give me a good one.
Goofy, 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 goofy,
Why
goofy,
are these
goofy, goofy,
SpongeBob
goofy,
theories
goofy,
stretched
goofy,
so
goofy,
fucking
goofy,
far?
goofy, 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 goofy.
I agree. You know what I mean, though? Like, they're stretched so far. Like, is SpongeBob a mutant? My brother in Christ, what are you talking about? Like, what are you on about? Scooby-Doo's an alien? I've heard of that theory before, though. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, huh? Okay, I watched one Mr. Beast video. Why is my entire feed Mr. Beast? Okay, not my entire feed. The theory. Yeah, but, like, that one was shit. The skin theory? That's what I mean! Like, come on. Come on. Come on now. Ew. This looks horrifying. Oh. Okay, it's not that scary. Never mind. I don't...
I would like to see you settled before I ascend to heaven and live with the angels.
And with Grandpa.
No, he is not there.
Movies are great. You watch the movie, you scare the girl snuggles up next to you. Next thing you know, you gotta raise a kid, your life falls apart. Forget that last part.
need something to get my mind off this.
You got me. Stealing is wrong, etc. Take it. Now, can I have my hands back? I have a certain gesture I'd like to share with you. All right, Santiago. You have 24 hours to get these bugs across the U.S. border.
Family meeting! Family meeting!
No te preocupas. Vamos, vamos!
No,
Well, the
absolutely,
kids are
Pix. It
taking
kinda
their
sucks.
time. Looks like it's gonna be a while.
What the hell?
Sure are a lot of stars out tonight.
Well, this is getting weird.
Hey, boys. You can look, but you can't touch. Squeak, 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 squeak. Squeak, squeak.
This room is very creepy.
Not as creepy as Dipper's internet history. Hey,
Hey, you! Stop! Come back here! Hey, those are lewd hand gestures!
Mabel!
Me and Zoe were watching a good bit of Gravity Falls together, and I have to see if I can find this one clip that made me laugh. It made me laugh, I'm not even kidding you, for like fucking... thank you. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking go, Meta. Let's fucking go, Meta. Gestures. What was I gonna say? Oh, there was this one episode that Zoe and I watched of Gravity Falls one time, and we watched it super late at night. It was like 5 a.m. I watched it. God, my headache's starting to come back. I woke up with a headache earlier because I slept for like 13 hours. Anyway, and it was something about George Washington. Let me see if I can find it. Gravity Falls. Also, I still have not watched a lot of Gravity Falls stuff. Like I'm still on season 1. Gravity Falls. What was it? Not lore. It was like, what was it? Watch it. It's really funny. It's really good. What was the name? What was is it George Washington? No. Was it? No. As I was typing it, I was like, no. They're like in this museum thing, or something. I can't remember. I can't remember what it is. Can't remember. I really can't remember. Because they were like. Wax Museum? Was it the Wax Museum? Yes, it was, I'm pretty sure.
So you were trying to murder Grunkle?
No, that wasn't. That was the episode, yes. Thank you, Meta. It's just, no, was it the Wax Museum? Were they in the Wax Museum? It's like they literally they go in and they're like, I'll find it. Hold on. Hold on. They go in and they're like, Mabel makes some comment about like George Washington's head or something. I thought it was the funniest shit ever.
Popular attractions! Before I forgot.
What the fuck was that?
You know, something else. Like someone in your family.
I feel like I shouldn't be doing this when I'm live.
Well,
I just spit. Sorry.
Seems you've really...
Was it the Wax Museum? It was about the guy. Like the history of Gravity Falls, and they had like everything was older, and they were in the weird ass car thing that wasn't Stan was in the car, and then everybody else was on horses, and they're like, I don't know what a car is. It's that episode.
Aw, you sneeze like a kitten.
Big break in the case.
I don't remember what episode. I don't remember. Gravity Falls. Old. And they're like, the government, they're like, no one needs to know this, and they fucking burn the shit, and the actual founder of Gravity Falls. Founders Day. I think. It's this episode.
Gravity Falls?
I think it's somewhere in here. Hold on, hold on.
Serious.
We just need to crack this code. Let me see. Place.
Hold on.
And solving a mystery will prove that I'm not silly. I'm serious. Serious.
We just need to crack this code. Let me see. It's not Egyptian. It's not numerology. It's not. Wait, of course! The triangle is the alchemist. It's not.
I can't find it. Hold on. Bear with me.
Maybe.
Bear with me. It's right before they go into the museum thing. It's somewhere over here. Hold on.
Statue in the cemetery.
Let's go, quick!
I need to watch it. I need to watch it right now.
Why did we even? I'm sorry, but we're all out of pink balloons. Why did we even come?
Officer Blubbs. Blubbs here. Have the targets been apprehended? Negative, but we're close. I promise. Those kids
There's a
will
theory
never
that these two police officers are gay. I think that's really funny.
Wait!
No, wait. It's the beginning. It's a further in here. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. I laughed about this for so many minutes long that I was crying. And Zoe was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh man, if this cover-up is
Yeah.
true, it means Pacifica's whole family is a fraud.
Oh my god, where is it? I need it. I need it, bro. Where is this shit? I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't find it. I need to see it. I need to show you. I need to show you the funny. The one funny that's like not even that long. The one funny that's like maybe 10 seconds. No, actually, no, it's not even 10 seconds. It's like 2. It's like a whole 2 seconds, bro. And it's like right before they walk into the fucking thing. And then they're like, oh my god. Hold on. It's a library!
Pioneers drew sus the book.
If we can code.
No, it wasn't.
Obvious.
Meta, help me! What is it? I'm gonna lose my mind over this. Maybe it's not on this thing on YouTube. I can't remember. Meta, no.
Oh, according to the map, the next clue about the real quick. I have a feeling those cops weren't at the library to check out books.
I don't think the one with the bell can read.
So what is it anyway?
Meta, you're supposed to know.
Hey, painting. Be
Headed.
I'm the cemetery.
Let's go. Quick. It's not abstract. It's upside down.
I think I've seen that statue in the cemetery.
Let's go. Quick.
She like makes some comment about George Washington. Or something. Does she not? Does she not?
Realize what this means, Mabel.
Does she
We're
not?
gonna have to break in.
And those are your free Pioneer Day passes and your balloons, blue and pink.
We're in.
What are we gonna do next? Steal Thomas Jefferson's rib cage?
That's what it was. That's what it was. That was literally it.
Ew, no. According to the map.
Ew,
Your
no.
day passes and your balloons, blue and pink.
Steal Thomas.
We're in.
What are we gonna do next? Steal Thomas Jefferson's rib cage?
Ew, no. According to the map, the next clue.
That was all I wanted. That was all I wanted. That was all I wanted. Oh my god. I laughed about that for fucking so long. That Zoe paused it. I like was crying. She turned around and looked at me. She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, all I could say was again. and then she like let me like have my laughing moment. And then she started laughing because I was laughing so hard at that because it was so late.
We're in.
What are we gonna do next? Steal Thomas Jefferson's rib cage?
Ew, no. According to the map, the next clue about.
Ew, no. Anyway. Like, doesn't question it, just acknowledges it and then moves on.
The real town founder should be right here. We have to figure this one out quick.
Balloons.
Just like.
What are we gonna do next? Steal Thomas Jefferson's rib cage?
Ew, no.
Oh my god, what am I hearing, bro? What was that? What am I hearing?
According to the map.
Am I losing my mind? Why go ding? You heard that too, right?
The next
cage?
Ew, no. According to the map,
Is
the
it
next
this?
clue about the real town founder should be right here. We have to figure this one out quick.
And pink.
It sounds like the Xbox achievement sound.
What are we gonna do next? Steal Thomas Jefferson's rib cage?
Ew, no. According to the map, the next clue about the
Oh! I've never heard it do that before. That was weird. I don't like that it makes noises now. I don't like that. Why the fuck does it make noises? Why dang? I don't know.
real town founder.
That was weird. Oh, wait. It's got a fucking Are you listening to me? No! No! No one! You are listening to me! Fuck you, Google! Did you see that? No, you didn't see it. Hold on. Look. This was enabled, bro. This bitch was fucking No! This bitch was listening to me! Fuck you. No, block, damn it. That's stupid. Yeah, absolutely. That's stupid. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Ridiculous. I dislike. You said Mustard was the name? Are you still listening to me? No, you're not. You probably are. Shut the fuck up. I hate that shit. Hate that shit. That's stupid. They shouldn't though. What? Is it this? Not Meta. Bandit. Razor blades hid inside my walls. That's interesting. Hype channel? Mustard, but not. This is the wrong mustard. Chrome but de-googled. Ew! Do we click on one man, one jar? Do we? It was this one? This is the right mustard. What? This is it, yes? Oh, I just got paid 6 days ago. Huh? Because I kept my... Oh my god. Do not let your intrusive thoughts win. Yeah, don't. Anyway, this is the one you're talking about? Yes, yes, yes.
Don't let your kids
Wah! Yeah, yes. Alright, let's see. Mustard. Anyways. A hat.
You're renovating your house, and you knock a hole in the wall, and an avalanche of dirty, rusty old razor blades.
Yo!
Why are there razor
Pigs!
blades? So what do?
You You did not
Featuring
have
the
to
in-
do that. That is so sweet. Thank you.
And you
Pigs,
find that
thank
tons of other
you.
people, they're asking the same
Oh
question
my
on
goodness,
forums
Pigs,
and
thank
message
you.
boards.
September, go hard. That's so sweet. Thank you. Much appreciate. That's
Culprit
so
isn't
sad.
anything
That's so
sinister.
sweet. Thank
50
you,
years ago,
Pigs.
nearly every bathroom had a
That's so
medicine
nice.
cabinet.
I
And at the
appreciate
back
it.
of this medicine cabinet was a tiny slot
you.
for disposing
That's
of
so
used
sweet.
shaving razors.
Thank you,
but that
Pigs.
slot is actually just a hole in the wall. That's all there is.
Thank you.
Once your razor goes through there, well, there's no way to
I can't
ever
focus.
get
I
it
have
out.
lo-fi
It
playing
just
in my ear.
falls into the wall. But stuffing garbage in
Really, is one of the worst ones? Damn. Thank you, Pigs. Mayhaps this one.
This video was made possible by Audible. Get your first audiobook for free at audible.com/mustard. At first glance, the
fast.
Savannah looked like an ordinary cruise ship with
Damn.
a pool for taking a dip, a dining
Damn.
room, and a lounge that doubled as a movie theater. But there's one
Oh,
thing
Pigs, did
that
you see
set
this sub thing I made earlier? You might have. Hold on. Give me a second. You might have already seen it. I agree. Did you see it that I made? That I made our thingy? Prongles? That sounds really good, actually. Right now, you can sub up to 30% off. No subs until the end of September. And right now, if you sub with Prime, you can get a free sub. That's right, baby. A free sub right now with Prime. A whole ass free sub. Right now, baby. And tell Pigs that he should stream more often. Because he's good at it. And that concludes this promotional video. Thank you for watching. Pigs and Main Attraction stream, baby. Ta-da. Ta-da. Anyways, I'm hungry, Bandit. Thank you for telling me that. Picturing me for whatever reason. Oh my goodness.
this ship apart from any other. Inside this unmarked space, just a few meters from the passenger
Forgot to clip that.
staterooms,
I can send you the
was
one
a
I made.
nuclear
if you want.
reactor, something unheard of on a passenger-carrying ship before or since. And it meant the NS Savannah could do incredible things, like
I'm gonna
circle
let
the
this
Earth
play,
for
and I'm gonna
years
go make
without
waffles.
stopping. In the 1960s,
right back.
nuclear power was viewed as a revolutionary, near-limitless source of energy. But what was less certain was whether putting a nuclear reactor aboard a civilian ship was really a good idea. As one of the first ships powered by a nuclear reactor, NS Savannah was going to prove that nuclear power was a safe, clean, and near-limitless source of energy that could revolutionize ships. Because to make one trip around the Earth, a typical ship will burn through more than 20,000 barrels of bunker oil, all the while billowing toxic smoke into the atmosphere. The NS Savannah was designed to make that same trip without burning anything at all, because it could circle the Earth using just a few pounds of a new kind of fuel called uranium. Replacing an oil-burning engine with a small nuclear reactor promised to make ships of the future more economical, faster, and reliable. It would also eliminate the need for large fuel tanks, freeing up more room for cargo and passengers. Nuclear-powered ships could also travel for years on end without needing to refuel, and at much higher speeds, opening up new trade routes that could reshape maritime trade. But despite all the promise of nuclear power, the world had good reason to be skeptical. In the 1950s, nuclear really only meant one thing. Its enormous destructive potential and the hidden dangers of radiation were widely feared. Nuclear weapons had been around for nearly a decade, but the peaceful use of nuclear energy was still a new concept. So, in 1953, US President Eisenhower launched the Atoms for Peace program. In an effort to win over hearts and minds, research funding and equipment would be sent throughout the world to advance the peaceful use of nuclear energy. And the NS Savannah would be built as a floating example of what an atomic-powered future could offer. As the first of its kind, the ship would carry both passengers and cargo at the same time, demonstrating that nuclear power could be safe and viable for all kinds of uses out at sea. The NS Savannah was designed to look like the ship of the future. From the teardrop-shaped superstructure to the streamlined cargo cranes, everything about this ship was designed to stand out. But what really set it apart was the power plant. At the heart of Savannah was a 74 megawatt pressurized water reactor. Its role was to generate heat, creating steam to drive the ship's turbines. The reactor was a complex piece of machinery, but it worked on a relatively simple principle. Inside, uranium fuel elements are bombarded with neutrons in a process called nuclear fission. The neutrons split apart uranium atoms, releasing energy in the form of radiation and heat. As the uranium atoms split, they release additional neutrons, which collide with other atoms, creating a chain reaction. It's a carefully controlled process that releases an enormous amount of energy, but it also produces harmful radiation. A person standing next to an unshielded reactor would receive massive amounts of dangerous ionizing radiation. So safety was at the forefront of every aspect of Savannah's design. To keep passengers and crew safe, mere meters from the reactor, engineers built in layers of protection. The reactor was surrounded by a primary radiation shield, a thick steel containment vessel, and a 500-ton biological shield, all of which were designed to stop stray neutrons and radioactive material from escaping. Radiation exposure to passengers and crew would be kept well within safe limits. On most parts of the ship, it would be indistinguishable from natural background radiation. But engineers also had to account for the fact that ships face rough weather, get into accidents, and in the worst case, sink. So, to counter severe weather, Savannah featured one of the first ship stabilization systems, using hydraulically actuated fins to counter rolling motions. The ship also featured a reinforced hull and energy-absorbing structures to protect against collision with another ship. And in the unlikely event that Savannah were to sink, the reactor was designed to automatically shut down, and one-way valves would flood the containment vessel with seawater, preventing radioactive material from escaping. Engineers had thought of every possible disaster scenario, and Savannah's builders boldly claimed that their ship was one of the safest ever built. All that was left was to convince the world. Though it had taken 6 years to develop and build, Savannah surprised even its designers. The reactor produced more power than anticipated. The ship was designed to top out at 20 knots, but could easily surge along at 24. Amongst the grimy, soot-covered merchant ships of the era, Savannah was undeniably striking. In May of 1964, Savannah set sail on an ambitious world tour to demonstrate the merits of nuclear power. Over the course of a year, it made visits to U.S. cities along the eastern seaboard and to over a dozen European ports, crossing the Atlantic several times in the process. The ship traveled nearly 150,000 kilometers, using only 35 pounds of uranium.
Hello.
Each time Savannah pulled into a new port, huge crowds formed to greet it. In the first year alone, 1.4 million people lined up to tour the ship. Savannah's world tour had gone fantastically well, generating enormous public interest and plenty of positive press. Savannah's commercial operator was so happy with the ship's performance, they urged Congress to fund another 4 nuclear ships based on Savannah's design. And back in the United States, additional crew were being trained in anticipation of serving aboard future nuclear ships.
No, dude, I slept all day
If
too.
nuclear propulsion
Good morning.
really was the future,
Sing to with my
seemed
kids,
to be
put them to bed.
building.
Aw, that's sweet. This is like a fun
Savannah
time.
had made nuclear propulsion look easy,
How was your
as the
slumber?
ship cruised effortlessly from port to port. But hidden behind the sleek lines and gleaming white paint stood a harsh reality. There was nothing straightforward about operating a nuclear ship. Before Savannah could pull into a port, it needed special permission, and the request had to be made months in advance, and ports often refused over safety concerns. So, behind the scenes,
it's not one of
Savannah's
the
representatives
ones,
would have to fly out
though.
well
I
in
got it at
advance
theme
to
park.
begin
I don't know what it's
negotiating
supposed to be.
agreements, covering everything from how to respond if the ship were to cause a nuclear accident to who would be liable. Gut-level skepticism about floating nuclear reactors wasn't going to disappear overnight. And to make matters worse, Savannah's design wasn't very practical. The unusual half-passenger, half-cargo configuration meant the ship wasn't good at carrying either.
I know, me
The
too. I woke
passenger
up at like
accommodations took
11:30
up a lot of
p.m.
space, while the
I was like,
cargo
oh.
holds were too small. And with so much emphasis having been placed on an eye-catching design, the ship's sleek lines made cargo handling difficult. Savannah also needed a highly trained crew, about a third larger than on a conventional ship. For a ship
Also,
built to
Pigs,
prove
the
that
video's too
nuclear
big.
power could be
I'm
commercially
gonna have to
viable,
unlist it, I think.
Savannah seemed to do the opposite. Even as the ship's operator publicly boasted about Savannah's performance, their operating costs were heavily subsidized, consuming millions each year in taxpayer money. But in one very important way, Savannah could still be considered a success because it helped inspire other countries to build their own nuclear-powered ships. In 1964, West
clip
Germany
file's
launched
too
the
big,
NS
Pigs.
Otto Hahn,
So,
a nuclear-powered ore-carrying freighter.
I'll have to
It was
unlist it and upload it
celebrated
to
as
YouTube.
Germany's ship of the future.
Hopefully you were able
and
to get
like
some good
Savannah,
sleep,
the
Mel.
prototype
I know, I
ship
slept
was
way too
supposed to
long. I
prove
slept
the
like 13
viability
hours.
of nuclear propulsion.
Sleep schedule was awful.
But it didn't quite generate the same fanfare as Savannah and would face growing opposition. Many countries denied Otto Hahn permission to enter their ports, and it was outright banned from sailing through the Suez and Panama canals. A third Japanese nuclear ship would do much worse. The NS Mutsu was supposed to pave the way for a whole fleet of high-speed nuclear freighters. Instead, the ship would only spur anti-nuclear sentiment. During an initial test run in 1974, crews detected a small radiation leak caused by faulty shielding. The incident made national headlines, but the media misreported the issue,
No, God, that's
claiming
a good
that
video
the
in my
ship
head.
was leaking radioactive material. The public was so outraged, a flotilla of fishing boats blocked Mutsu from returning to its home port for nearly 2 months. Up against enormous public opposition, Mutsu never stood a chance, and an embarrassed Japanese government
Dum-dum.
abandoned their plans for further nuclear ships. A fourth nuclear cargo ship built by the Soviet Union in the 1980s also met opposition. In the shadow of the Chernobyl disaster, public protests led to the ship being barred from entering major ports in the Soviet Far East, and harbor workers, fearing radiation exposure, refused to unload cargo from the ship. Nuclear energy never stopped being a decisive issue, but
This sounds
civilian
wild.
nuclear ships would also have to contend with other headwinds. Although they promised to be cheaper to operate, they were more expensive to build. There was also a lack of supporting infrastructure and unanswered questions about liability if something were to go wrong. While a technical success, Savannah's design meant it could never be profitable
You'll just ever be
and
gnawing on a
lasted
waffle?
just 5 years in commercial operation. In 1971, the reactor was defueled and made inoperable. Otto Hahn carried cargo for 9 years, but its reactor was eventually removed and replaced with a
Interesting.
This video was made possible by Skillshare, home to over
That is
26,000
really fucking cool,
classes that'll teach you just about anything. This is the
If you
Boeing
had- if you would if you had
747.
one, a waffle?
More than twice the
Then
size
this
of
is
any
really cool.
airliner before it, the jumbo jet revolutionized air travel. And it impressed more than just the flying
I'm gonna
public.
mute my mic so I don't
Because
function
as
here.
crazy as it sounds, in 1973, the US Air Force considered turning airliners into airborne aircraft carriers. These once classified documents detail how a 747 could be used to launch and recover fighter jets in midair, and how by the 1980s, airborne aircraft carriers stationed around the world would bring air power to anywhere in just hours. In 1968, Boeing unveiled the 747. 2.5 times the size of any jetliner before it, the so-called jumbo jet transformed the way we fly. And at least part of this plane's existence is thanks to this man, Juan Trippe, the president of Pan American Airways, and a bit of a visionary. Because Trippe foresaw how a plane this big could help decongest overcrowded airports and bring down the cost of flying, opening up air travel to the middle class. And when Trippe's airline put in the first order for 747s, he boasted how the plane would become a great weapon for peace because it would connect the world and bring people together. But it turns out the Air Force had other ideas. The 747, along with the newly introduced Lockheed C-5, were a new kind of aircraft. With their enormous size, power, and range, these planes opened up some intriguing possibilities. The Navy's Seaborne Carrier Force could already move air power across oceans, but an airborne equivalent would have the ability to reach deep inland areas and be in any part of the world in just hours. And the idea for an airborne carrier force wasn't totally out of left field, because the Navy once had airborne aircraft carriers, 2 of them. When launched in the early 1930s, the airships USS Akron and USS Macon were the size of battleships. Crewed by 60 men and protected by 8 machine guns, the enormous airships were just 5 meters short of being the largest objects to ever take to the skies. But these were no ordinary airships. Designed as long-range scouts for the U.S. Navy, each had an internal hangar housing up to 5 planes called Parasite fighters, which extended the airship's scouting range and could even help defend it. A trapeze system below the carrier would deploy and recover the fighters while in flight. The problem was, while the Parasite fighters worked, the massive airships didn't. Both were destroyed in weather-related accidents less than 3 years after their introduction, and that helped put an end to airships. But not the idea of flying aircraft carriers, because a decade and a half later, the Air Force was again experimenting with the concept. For the first time ever, intercontinental bombers could fly halfway around the world, but their fighter escorts couldn't. One promising solution was to have the bombers carry their escorts along for the ride. But sticking a full-sized fighter jet underneath a bomber would limit its range due to extra drag. So the new fighter escort would have to be small enough to fit entirely inside the bomb bay. And so this is what they came up with, the world's tiniest fighter jet. The Air Force planned to have B-36 bombers carry anywhere from 1 to 4 of these small jets, depending on the mission. This time, the carrier worked, but the fighter jets didn't. The tiny egg-shaped jets were so sensitive to turbulence while docking, test pilots only managed to do it 3 times. It proved far too dangerous. But the efforts continued into the 1950s, including experimenting with a way to dock full-sized fighters to bombers by linking their wingtips. The idea was not only to extend the range of the fighter jets, but the bombers as well, by effectively giving them large glider-like wings. But docking using this system proved even more difficult and dangerous. Really, the only successful implementation of the idea was to carry a single reconnaissance or nuclear strike fighter.
That is the most interesting sentence I've ever read in my life.
And just
I don't know what that
accept
means.
the extra drag.
I acknowledge your
and by
terms
the
and conditions.
mid-1950s, it was clear that newly
I don't know what that
perfected
means, but thank
aerial
you. Is it
refueling
this?
was a far safer,
Talking about that?
more sensible way to extend aircraft
thing?
range. But the Air Force took
This?
yet another look in 1973, because the landscape had changed
You're a
entirely.
cat sucker for real.
The
I don't know
newly
what the fuck that
introduced
means,
747
dog.
and C-5 were large and powerful enough to not only deploy and recover fighter escorts mid-air,
Are you okay?
but also refuel and rearm them in mid-flight. So the Air
Except in
Force
terms and
commissioned
conditions of reading
Boeing
this
to
sentence.
study the concept.
Doesn't mean I agree with
And
it.
not surprisingly, Boeing focused on using a 747, citing superior range and cruising speed.
Speaking
And it would have worked
Translate,
something
bro.
like this. Housed inside a 747's pressurized hold would be 10 unique fighter jets called microfighters. With each fighter jet suspended from an overhead conveyor system, they could be positioned over one of 2 launch
Enjoy
bays.
saying weird shit. I
To launch a
acknowledge
fighter,
that.
a set of arms would
I can
lower
see
it
that.
into a bay, which would then be sealed and depressurized. The jet would then be lowered, and away it would go. By Boeing's estimates, it could take as little as
Stinky.
it would
A
first
little
dock with a
chaos.
refueling
A
boot.
little bit of
And
chaos.
if it needed rearming, the jet would be brought back inside. The carrier crew could turn around a microfighter for a new
is
mission
interesting.
in as little as 10 minutes. Also crammed into the 747 would be fuel, armament, and spare parts, and a crew of 44. 12 carrier crew, 14 squadron pilots, and another 18 mission specialists. On top of that, the 747 would also be fitted with sleeping quarters and a crew
Wowee.
lounge. That
It do
seems
got
like
it all,
a
though.
lot to jam inside one
It
747.
really do.
But
Got
the
a little bit of
viability of the
everything.
concept hinged not so much on the carrier, but the fighters, which would have to be miniaturized to fit inside a carrier aircraft. With a wingspan just over 5 meters and about 1/3 the weight of a conventional fighter. The microfighters would be
Stinky
armed
man,
with
a
a
single
pair
plane
of
with
20
planes in it.
millimeter
I don't know.
cannons and could be fitted with either air-to-air missiles or bombs. Boeing was confident these little guys could stand toe-to-toe with something like a MiG-21. Airborne carriers could operate out of anywhere with a big enough airfield and function as a battle group with supporting aerial refuelers and radar pickets, giving the Air Force the ability to be anywhere in the world within
Man's a whole
hours,
fucking ostrich?
when a typical seaborne carrier force
It's a
would
whole
need
ass
days
dog?
or weeks. Of course, 747 aircraft carriers were never built. You'd need a lot more than a 60-page study to get something like this to work.
Aerosoft, well, that's good.
And while Boeing's engineers
I
were
guess.
confident that with
My man's
further
been a dog.
development, airborne aircraft
I mean, if you're into that,
carriers
go for
could
it.
enter service by the 1980s,
Whatever floats
the
your
Air
goat,
Force
homie.
didn't pursue the idea.
It was Bigfoot. Mans fell in love with Bigfoot.
With air combat evolving so dramatically throughout the 1960s and 70s, developing a 747 carrier with special microfighters would likely prove to be a dead end, because lightweight microfighters might have made sense in the 1970s, but by the late 1980s, they would have been hopelessly outclassed against
Might
fourth
have
generation
been
fighters.
actually, bro.
But the Air Force
Sorry, it felt like a
wasn't done
dog
with the
because it was a
concept.
dog.
Over the
So
next
that's a golden
few years,
retriever.
the Department of Defense will unveil a new carrier system.
So that's a
But
that's
this
a whole
time,
less
they'll
fucking
deploy unmanned
polar bear on the
drones, which, in comparison, doesn't quite stir the imagination.
Interesting.
3D modeling is a great way to communicate ideas, but sometimes a simple graphic can be just as effective, whether you're trying to explain something, market your idea, or just have fun. And everything you need to know from the,
The
basics
wild
of drawing
things.
to mastering
For
graphic
real,
software
bro.
is all at Skillshare,
For real,
an
for real.
online community for creators, freelancers,
All right, you have fun.
or anyone who just wants to develop new
Thanks for stopping
skills.
by.
A foundational
Appreciate
tool
it.
for your creative toolbox is vector drawing
think.
software. I use Adobe Illustrator, which is the basis for all my still and motion graphics. A class that
Well, interesting. Interesting. Huh. Some bangers in Beat Saber today. I will send you the Spotify links at some point. Let's go. Absolutely. Let's go. Get new video recommendations beyond what you normally watch. Yes. Well. This is 1 hour long. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, there's a lot happening on my screen, and it feels very overwhelming. It feels very overwhelming. There's a lot happening. You are alone. That's true. I'm in my room by myself. Thanks for sharing that information.
You so fucking
Wow, look at my
precious
camera,
when
bro.
you smile.
Looks like I'm not wearing shorts. I promise I am. I'm not naked.
Hit
Ew,
it
disgusting.
from the back and drive you wild.
Why on God's green earth would I just be streaming no pants on? Pantsless streamer.
Myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're mine.
It really would be interesting.
Okay, that's nice. It reminds me when Betty and I first fell in love. I had just finished my film Cobbler.
When I make the precious thing a while ago. Normally my camera's not doing that fucking bullshit though. It doesn't do that though. I mean, also I didn't make it. I'm a little bit of a cheater. I cheat a little bit and go on YouTube and go green screen precious. And that's how I found it.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna ask you 5
What's
questions in 20 seconds. If you can't think of something, you just say
Stop
pass.
lecturing me, please.
All right, come over 200 points.
What?
Right there,
Every
tell me
shot
what
of it
you
was
gonna
completely
win.
different.
Staff job. Double the money.
All right, you ready? 20 seconds on the clock, please. If you were a stripper, which superhero's name would you use?
Spider-Man.
Name something that gives you the chills.
My back.
Name an insect that flies.
Little Goblin Jr.
Faz, do you mean cum? That's inappropriate.
Name
Disgusting.
something in your house that creaks.
This damn door!
How many days have you gone without bathing?
3,000.
All right, let's go. Let's see.
Huh?
If you were a stripper, which superheroes
This
name?
damn door.
You said.
No.
Survey said.
No.
Name something that gives you the chills. You said. Survey said. Name an insect that flies. You said. Survey said.
How do you like that, Spidey?
Name something in your house that creaks. You said. Survey said.
They love me.
How many days have you
the
gone
hell?
without bathing? You said. Survey said.
It's kind of, it's a little funny to me that every shot.
You can't make this stuff up.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
The scream.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. I need that money.
Oh my god! Huh? Again.
You gone without bathing. You can't make this stuff up.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. I need that money.
Oh my god. This is the video. If you want it. There you are. I don't know why the scream's like that. Oh, can you post can you post YouTube link? I don't think Twitch will let you. But if there's something specific you want me to look up on YouTube, I might be able to. May have. It's always a dangerous game though, letting chat. Oh, there's another one. Letting chat watch whatever they want me to watch.
Name something you saw and immediately said, I'll take it. You said rent. Survey said. That's all right, that's good, man. Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back.
That's valid, Pigs.
Uncle Ben's Rice.
Welcome back to Celebrity Family Feud. Let's see if he can win this $25,000. This is gonna be good. All right, this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna ask you the same 5 questions. You cannot duplicate the answers. If you do, you're gonna hear this sound. I'm gonna say try again. You give me another answer. Gonna be a little bit tougher this time, so we'll give you 25 seconds. You ready?
Oh boy, yeah.
25 seconds on the clock, please. Here we go. Name a part of the body you're always banging into things.
My crotch.
When you...
Bro.
Okay, time out. Yeah. I had to stop because I teared up.
You cry?
All right.
Uh-oh.
Start with question 2. No matter how much you try, name someone you're just never able to please.
MJ.
Name a famous person with the initials
No, I get what
MJ.
Pigs is saying.
Well, I don't really know. Pass.
At a funeral, you hear noise coming from the casket. What could it be?
Uncle Ben?
Name something you saw and immediately said, I'll take it.
Your mom.
All right, let's go.
My back!
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Oh,
Hey, what's going
shit.
on?
Hold on. I gotta put it in a different thing because it's broken. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I know, you really did. Is it this? says Stray. Oh, it's this one. I was like, why did
You're watching an episode of an ongoing series where we basically take a camera anywhere we want to try and find secrets and discoveries in some of our favorite games. And so far, the internet's favorite game of the past few weeks has been a brand new release called Stray. It being a game with a dedicated meow button, how could I say no? I am your host, Snipey, and with that said, let's just jump into it.
Guys, chat, did you know right now, until the end of September, you can sub for 30% off, up to 30% off. It's pretty fucking cool. You can sub up to 30% off. No subs until the end of September. And right now, if you sub with Prime, you can get a free sub. That's right, baby. A free sub right now with Prime. A whole ass free sub. Right now, baby. And tell Pigs that he should stream more often because he's good at it. And that concludes this promotional video. Thank you for watching.
Oh yeah!
Pigs that made attraction streams, baby. Oh yeah!
There's quite a few cutscenes in Stray, but one of the perks of any of the cutscenes that happen in Engine is we can view them from whatever angle we want, and we can see all of the tricks that they end up using to get the final product. This cutscene with B12, for example, gives us a lot of the starting principles. One thing you'll notice is that if it's not being seen by the camera currently, it's probably not animating at all. And more importantly, you'll see stuff teleporting around a whole bunch. And there's a few reasons that the characters teleport around so much, but most of the time it's just for shot composition, or whatever they want to see in the camera at any given point. And these things have to happen really quick too. If on every camera change you saw the characters teleport into place, it would look pretty jarring.
Huh. Huh.
Things not animating when they go off camera is not anything new, but it is always funny to look at. Take these cats jumping off the ledge, for example, where when they jump off the ledge, they just get frozen in air, which I'm pretty sure is not a cat thing. And here, to achieve the angle they were looking for while keeping both characters in frame, they raised the cat a little bit off this
I just took the silly little video and then added text on it through OBS.
stool. And for the sequence when you meet the robots for the first time, and you're greeted with quite a bit of hostility, there's quite a few elements that won't move until they're
also,
seen
I feel
by
kind
the
of weird though to cut the Home Depot theme off like that, so I just continued to just let the rest of it.
Camera. And that's the weird part.
I didn't
a
want the
couple
video
of these
to cut
events
abruptly.
are driven by the camera and not necessarily the player's position. So if you take the camera through this sequence backwards, you can play these animations out of order. And if you were ever wondering how this robot managed to escape up these stairs, I'm afraid I have to inform you that the answer is pretty much magic. As you can see, he runs up through the fence, goes a couple extra steps very awkwardly, and then disappears.
Huh.
And the animation of this guy slamming the fence shut is actually reused later.
I just didn't want it to end abruptly. It felt kind of weird to end abruptly, so I was like, I'll just keep the whole thing.
In the game for this robot closing the door. I think it's supposed to look like he presses the button, but the animation plays so late that you can't really see it at all, and then he sprints off and disappears with just his shirt staying behind.
That's weird. Huh.
And here's a couple of shots of what these robots look like before they run into frame. One of them is stored really far away from where their animation begins, but the other one's animation starts right where their model is.
Dipped.
One of the features of this camera tool allows me to disable the HUD. So a thing I found on accident as I restarted a checkpoint is that I can actually see past the loading screen, and so when the game is loading a previous checkpoint, I get a full view of what the game looks like as it's loading in. And we can see a couple of cool things here. Namely, the cat and the camera are stored in default positions, and they're always loaded in first, but in this case, there's also a part of the environment that gets loaded as soon as the checkpoint does, and then the rest of the map is loaded in these gigantic chunks. And in a similar vein, I also have footage of when you progress in an area, and then it loads the next chunk of environment. And in this example, we have a pipe that's supposed to be the transition between two different maps. And what's funny is if we remove the black screen, we can see the moment that it disappears and the cat falls directly into the void.
That's just weird.
So we just need a few seconds to talk about today's sponsor,
No!
Skillshare.
No, you don't.
Elijah,
No, you don't. Is that...
A few other
No, you don't.
Replicating, where the one in the orange vest teleports behind the player to look like they came from the door, and then the original one wearing the lab coat just stays behind in an idle pose while the other one moves into the next area.
Ew.
So the approach that Stray uses to render fur convincingly is actually pretty cool. So the fur appears to be a single set of textures fully wrapped around the cat. But in order to give the textures the depth of fur, the artist took this layer with some alpha transparency and layered it around 8 times at slightly different heights.
That's so cool.
And when you remove the fur effect, this is what the cat model actually looks like.
Oh, shit.
You know what they say?
That's weird.
The eyes are the windows to the soul. And while I'm not sure how accurate that is here, eyes have an extra level of detail that you might not have expected. So for the cats, they got a whole lot of stuff going on. They've got sort of a standard eyeball component, and then on the outside edge, it's surrounded by another sphere. And then that sphere is actually what's giving off the reflections, with the inside part of this ball being the main eye.
That is so cool, though. It's kind of fucking weird, but
And they don't
really
do
cool.
this explicitly just for the cats, because if we look at this wall of eyes, which I promise makes probably a little bit more sense when you play the game, we can see that the general shape is the same, although the interior is a little bit more defined in this very big hockey puck shape. And so the main component of the eye that you're focusing on is pretty small, and surprisingly, across all the characters in the game, there's an extreme level of detail in how their faces are structured, even for the robots. An interesting thing to note is on most of the robot characters, except for a select few, there's this back layer of pixels to make up the screen on their face. And so in total, you usually have about 3 different things going on. You've got that back layer of red, green, and blue, and then you usually have an animated decal hovering right over it, and then on the outside edge, you have the actual screen portion. And then that screen portion, for the most part, usually has some raindrops or something on it. And altogether, it makes this really convincing TV appearance. They go into even more detail in other objects across the game, which also happen to be TVs. So first I'm going to show you an example that's basically handled the same as the robots. You've got the back texture of pixels, which don't light up at all, and then you have the animation playing out on top of that, and then you've got the outer screen. But on this TV, all of the pixels are animated manually, or at least it gives off the appearance of the pixels being animated themselves, rather than a thing on top of them.
Oh my gosh. That
so
is
when you're loading
so
up
cool.
Stray, this is the first screen you'll end up seeing. And you may have noticed that it's a 3D environment that gets loaded in. And lucky for us, we get to take the camera just kind of wherever, and doing so in this room reveals a couple secrets. First of which is that this room has walls on all sides. And I know what you're thinking. And yes, there is a ball, and if I enable player controls, I can move this ball around. And it controls really weird, I'm going to assume because it's floating. But due to that and the fact that it's untextured, I'm not sure it's really anything other than a really early playtest object. But even then, there's still plenty to see. Now, you've probably noticed the lights coming through the title screen, and if we go onto the other side of it, you can see where those lights are lined up in 3D space. And what's interesting is to have them animate in the main menu. What they've done for one of these lights is they've introduced a box that moves back and forth and blocks it from emitting this super bright light. Meanwhile, the bottom light moves completely separately and isn't blocked at any point.
Weird.
And yeah, this title screen is a really big image with transparency through it, and the sides are just additional black squares. And for you moon truthers out there, I've got a little surprise for you. Turns out the moon's been flat this whole time, and it's actually really big and really close by to the ground.
That's just weird.
Some of the windows across the game you may have noticed look like they've actually got rooms on the inside. But there's actually a little bit of clever trickery going on here. You see, this is a shader technique called interior parallax. And what it does is it creates the illusion of interiors with proper perspective without actually adding any additional geometry. And so if we push the camera through this window, you'll see the illusion break and the image disappear.
That's so
and
cool.
Speaking of illusions, this Barrel of Fire has one that you probably expected, but not to this degree. So if we move up to this barrel, the fire is always facing towards the camera. Now, this is a pretty common thing in order to save resources, but what's interesting about it is that this fire is actually not just a single layer. It's multiple different layers on top of each other, and each of them face the camera. So if we point the camera towards the ground, for instance, the fire actually comes out of the edge of the barrel, which is pretty goofy looking. And you don't even need a free cam for that. You can just do that while playing as the cat.
Goofy. It come out the barrel.
By the way, at a couple places in the game, there are fully functioning pool tables for some reason. And so when you knock the balls into the pockets, they collect in a little reservoir in the table. I think it's no surprise that probably the biggest set piece of the game has one of the most intricate and thought out animations, and that's at the end of the game when you finally open up the city, and the seal at the top opens up. And if we take the camera above, we can see a much better angle of how this animation's actually playing out, with all the rings lifting up separately and moving into each individual position. And then when they get stored outside of this circle, then another row of metal closes these off, and then what used to be the ceiling is stored in this small circular hallway completely around the map.
That's weird.
There's a couple of unique pieces of geometry that I managed to find in my playthrough of Stray, and that's these really big red gridded boxes. I only found 2 in the entire game. Like, these things are rare. And unfortunately, I can only speculate as to why these are here. Feel free to leave your guess in the comments below.
The square. The squares.
So usually across the game, characters don't really spawn in unless they're necessary. Even if an introduction to an area doesn't have that many characters, and then after the cutscene there's a whole bunch more, you don't usually end up finding any of them stored outside of the map. But this rule doesn't apply to everybody, because if we take the camera over to this building on the edge of the map, there's a character that we won't be seeing for another few chapters, stored outside the bounds for a later cutscene.
Why is he there? What's he doing?
And in the upper levels, we have a similar story with another character who is stored under this tunnel in an A pose.
Oh no.
There seems to be an asset that's the interior of a building that gets reused over and over again, but there's nothing actually inside it other than a whole bunch of super reflective tiling. I'm not entirely sure if they're cut content, but they're very shiny. When you load into a level, even if only that first chunk is loaded, typically all the characters and objects that you end up seeing or using are loaded in at the start. Take this clip from the character Doc, whose house is no longer there, but we can see him reclining in the air, a couple of enemies still loaded in, and this tracker stored under the floor, which actually has some really tiny details on it. Stray makes some effective use out of trees, by the way. I mean, they're constantly merged in the wall or floating in the air, and while in a lot of cases looking at them from another angle ends up being a little silly, nothing will ever be quite as silly as these 2 trees floating really high up above the first level. I'm not even sure if you can see either of these.
Why they there? What they doing?
And they don't just reuse trees to build these environments, they reuse a lot of the same light too. This lamp is used across the entire game as probably most of the lights you end up seeing off in the distance. Now I'm sure you've seen the part of the light that looks a little bit untextured, and what's weird is that if we go behind the light and look in, you can see that the untextured bit is actually part of the full model of this light bulb.
Light bulb.
There's a pretty big set of lights on this wall, and instead of being a tiny light hooked onto the end of these boxes, the objects making these lights are just big cylinders. And since a couple of the And this one compound-looking building has a really bright red light on top of it that you can see from basically anywhere on the map. And moving the camera a little bit closer reveals that it's just a really tiny floating red orb. And probably the weirdest light that I found in the game is actually in one of the first areas that you end up going to, and that's in this little sewer section before you get into the main city. Looking up in normal gameplay gives off the illusion that you're still outside somewhat, with the blinding light appearing as sunshine. A closer look reveals that not only is it not that at all, it's this really gigantic rectangle of light.
What the fuck?
Here's a thing that I'm not sure if anybody's actually seen, but above this tree village, there's a whole bunch of unique geometry, namely this gigantic grate. It covers the entire ceiling of this area, and it has a really cool pattern on it.
That is cool.
Okay, so something to note, basically through all the beginning chapters, this upper level of the city is almost always fully visible in a low level of detail state. So even as you progress and other areas of the map no longer become visible, this upper area is always there. Okay, so one of the questions that I had really early on actually got answered super late into the game, basically right near the end. So when I was taking the camera around, I noticed that a lot of these windows at the top of the wall have these black boxes around them, except for like 3 of them. And then I was wondering to myself, why do these 3 windows not have boxes on them if every other one does? And then I learned later in the game that those 3 windows are actually part of the environment for a later level, where you're actually able to overlook the entire city. And even though this entire area is low level of detail, there's still a lot of stuff being rendered here, possibly helped out due to the fact that most of these are simple shapes, but it was still really impressive to look at. And so to end this video off, I wanted to give you guys a loving pan of this low level of detail city.
Crazy.
As for this outro, again, if you think I should do anything differently, if you want some changes, please feel free to comment them down below.
That is very cool. That is very, very cool. It is very nice. Very nice, very nice. For sure. Huh. Thank you, Meda, for sending that to me. Very cool. Very nice. My headache is coming back, which is stinky. Which is a little bit dumb. It's frustrating. I took something for my headache earlier before I started streaming. It went away. And now it's coming back. Just stupid. So I'm gonna shut off my stream lights and all that jazz and probably go. Oh my goodness. You did not have to do that, King Mellow. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you for the 25 bits. Thank you. That's very sweet. Hopefully I can get my headache to go away. But since it's late, I'm gonna try to take a nap. I have a friend coming over at noon, and I've not been going to sleep till almost noon, so I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but we are gonna go raid somebody.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult. We're gonna go raid one of our community members. As it continues.
Oh shoot! Before we do that, hold on.
Nice car.
Oh yeah. Wah! Wah! Anyways, I'm gonna have to fix this so it's like that instead. There we go. Anyways, we're gonna go raid Deathbringer. He's playing Minecraft on our silly little server that we have. If anybody's new and would like to join Discord or any of that, here you are. I will be streaming again later today at a decent time, and hopefully then I won't have a headache. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Pigs, for gifting subs. Thank you again to a silly little King Mellow for the biddies. I appreciate it. Anyway, well, thank you, Pigs, for the raid as well. We're gonna go raid Deathbringer. I'm gonna go raid him, give him some love for sure, hang out with him for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep. Thank you guys for hanging with me. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night. Good night.